Then I met my husband. But the shift that when I was floating in the lake and like lead retreats, then I had to overcome my fear of persecution when I was like leading women's circles. I know I'm a past life regressionist as well. So, and I've experienced many past lives where, in one I was a healer and, lived in the woods and got killed and strangled or burnt and so in this culture that we live in, that still thinks the tarot cards are of the devil, which they are not. And they still think, you have to go through a priest to have a
I think they're
conversation.
from the printer, not from the devil, right? Sorry, couldn't resist.
I love your
Anyhow, go on.
I love your sense of humor. But there was, because of my Aquarian nature, I want us all to hold hands and be brothers and sisters, and I just want everybody to like me, and I want to like everybody. So I have this deep, deep fear of persecution. And my first women's circle, I sprained my ankle so I wouldn't have to do it. But my friend luckily said, I'll help you. And we got through it. But I did experience judgment from friends who, like, who do you think you are leading women? Like,
Mhm.
it was weird.
Yeah.
And then I gained more confidence. I healed that wound, my sister wound, and then I was like, "Okay, now I'm ready to be a coach." And I wanted to be a transformational coach because I feel like I'm a multidimensional being, and you can't just heal from a talking therapy. It's not
Right.
to just do talking therapy. For me, it wasn't, and for most people, because we store emotions in our body, you have to do somatic, you have to connect with your soul, you have to connect with spirit, you connect with earth, you get support from beyond the limited human self, right?
So would you say that's the definition of a transformational coach? What would you say is if someone asks you what's the definition of a transformational coach? I mean, it seems obvious, but I'm sure you have a more deep answer.
Yeah, I would say it is on a multidimensional level. So it's not just like taking action in the 3D world, but it's about, I do a lot of guided journeys. I do movement and mudras and breath work and somatic work because it's, yeah, multidimensional. We're not just talking about the head, the mind, what you need to do to take the next step because underlying those actions you take, if you haven't healed your trauma or you lack confidence or you doubt yourself, then it makes it very hard to do the action in alignment. So transformational coaching is about sustainable transformation, not just like, okay, we're going to get a project done and that's that. It really transforms the whole person's consciousness. It's about transformation of consciousness and
Okay.
remembering that you're not just human, you're also an infinite soul being who came here for a reason. And culture doesn't support, meditation, for example, is, how I've really
Depends
connected.
on who in the culture you're talking to. I mean, it's not we're not homogenous, but I
No,
know what you're saying.
but when I came back from India, I wanted to teach meditation and a lot of people said, well, that's not my religion. I'm like, it's not a religion. It's a
Right.
tool. It's a technique to raise your consciousness. And so, yeah, so transformational coach is a full transformation